Hello there and welcome. Do you know, the program that you're starting right now, the new Lead to Field Coaching, this is without question one of the most phenomenal programs you're ever going to get involved in. And you're going to see right away the program is different. This isn't just an ordinary program. Here Earl is talking about the magic word, and he said, I'd like to tell you about the magic word. The experts call it the most important word as far as the results you get from life are concerned in this or in any language, and the magic word, of course, is attitude. Now, you're going to go into attitude here in this lesson from a totally different perspective than I did when I first started to study it. I was starting on records. I really didn't know very much of anything, but it impacted my life tremendously to such a degree that I had to figure out exactly what happened. And it was the repetition of the material that really altered my perception of life. And of course, gave me the opportunity to do things that I would have never dreamed of. I've taken and I've broken this all down. I studied, I wanted to know, how did this impact me? Why did it impact me the way it did? And I've got it all broken down in parts in this lesson. So as you begin studying this, I don't want you to be in a hurry. There is no hurry. There is no rush. We're not going anywhere. We're here. It's now. And that's what you're going to say every day. If you say, where am I? What time is it? It's always going to be the same answer. I'm here and it's now. So it's important that we enjoy ourselves here and now. The material in the magic word in the first lesson is really laying a foundation upon which this whole program is going to be built. Unlike most coaching programs, this is not a babysitting thing. This is not, hi, Harry or Betty, what are you going to do this week? And then next week I check in and see if you're doing it. That's not what this is about. This is about helping you develop a real, deep, conscious understanding of what attitude actually is. Do you know, way back in the 30s, Simeon Kirlian perfected a form of photography. We know it as Kirlian photography, where you can photograph mass and the energy coming from a person will penetrate the film, penetrate the camera, the film, and you can actually photograph the glow of energy coming from you. Now, we'll talk about that more in a lesson in the mind, but that energy coming from you, you could say, is your attitude. You see, your attitude, as we point out here, is your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. It's not just your thinking. It's not just your feelings, and it's not just your actions. It's the composite of all of them brought together. By studying this for the next 10 days, you're going to have a better grasp of what attitude is than probably most anyone in your family and probably anyone you work with or any of the clients you may deal with. And I think it'd be good if you shared it with them. Share as much of this knowledge as you can. I've made a profession out of sharing it. I've been doing it now and doing it all over the world for many, many years. Go and take a look in the mirror and really look at you. And then ask yourself, what do I really see? Because there's so much more to you than what meets the casual eye. Why are you able to move your hand? Why are you able to see me? Why are you able to hear me? You know, we are God's highest form of creation. There is absolutely no question about it. As you go through this program, you're going to find that it is just an enormous amount of information. Now, intellectually, you could get this like that. You could go through, read it a few times, and then if I asked you questions, you'd probably answer them correctly. That's what they did in school, and that's how we're programmed to treat material. That's not what I want to recommend you do. I want you to take your pen and write your goal down before you ever turn the program on every day. And I want you to study it every day. Now, since you're not in the habit of studying, you're going to have to form the habit. So pick the same time every day. Say I'm going to give this 1 hour a day. You give this 1 hour a day for the next 120 days, and I guarantee you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you started. Now, halfway through each lesson, my business partner, who is an absolute genius, Sandy Gallagher, is going to come on here. And she's going to share her thoughts to make certain that you stay connected with this. We want you to study just this lesson for 10 days. And so I'm going to give you a video like this at the beginning of every lesson, and Sandy's going to come in halfway through to make sure you're staying with it. Don't treat this like anything else you've ever studied. Now, I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Do not treat it like anything else you've ever studied. There is such an enormous amount of information just in this first lesson. We want you to deposit this. I love the way William James put it. Deposit it in the treasury of your subconscious mind. And when you do that, you're going to start living with it every day. Now, you're just starting the program. You know, there's a lot of information here. And you got the audio. Listen to it. Every day, listen to the whole thing. And go through the lesson as you're listening. Every word on the audio is in the book. Every word in the book is on the audio. Be really good to yourself. Because as I look back, I realized that's what I was. I was really good to me. Just see, what I did unconsciously. I didn't even know. I just never heard anybody talking like Earl was talking before. And without any formal education and any business experience, I immediately started to change everything in my life. I attracted new people, new friends, my income. Well, in the first year, I multiplied it by 43.75, I think it is. You do the numbers. I was earning $4,000 a year, and I took it to $15,000 a month. Then I took it over $1 million. And you see, the change was so dramatic, I had to figure out what happened. So this program is the result of many, many years of research and study. And I'm not talking about something I've just read about. I did it. And I'm still doing it. We work all over the world with this. Be good to yourself. Treat this lesson like the most important lesson you have ever learned. And I'll be back with you in 10 days, but between now and then, Sandy Gallagher is going to be with you, and you're going to love her. She is such a successful lady. I feel very honored to be in partnership with her. And I think you're going to be happy to work with her. Now, get busy. It's Bob Proctor.